we want to talk a little bit about Dark Zone things. I see Terry's like eyes light up when we talk about this. I know, right? So you guys dropped a bit of a bomb with Rogue 2.0 being a thing last week. All that we know is that there will not be friendly fire, and you will have to perform an action to go rogue. But it goes a lot deeper than that. Is that fair?
That's absolutely fair.
Yes.
All right.
Very fair.
Okay. So when you guys sit down and you're like, okay, we need to do Rogue 2.0. We want to make it better. What are the things that you're trying to accomplish with a feature change like this?
Well, the first and foremost, is keep the tension of the Dark Zone, right?
Yes.
It's a very important element of the Dark Zone. It's scary, and we didn't want to erase that tension. So that was number one. Job number one is keep the tension of the Dark Zone. Second one was get rid of some of the frustration that goes along with accidental rogue, not fun, accidental rogue. And the third one was create a better gameplay loop for Manhunt, which is such a big part of going rogue, right? That's where you're supposed to get the biggest rewards, and really incentivize that system on both sides of the Manhunt.
Yeah.
So those are the three things we were going after.
I think on that note, so we'll talk a little bit about the mechanics of it. I know there's frustration about accidental rogue as well, but I saw a thread on Reddit earlier today about someone who was a little bit frustrated with someone just coming up behind them and downing them straight away. So there are some mechanics in there that might make that a little bit, you get like a small warning when someone goes rogue in your vicinity. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an immediate, tap and now someone's rogue and they can shoot you. There's a bit of a press and hold, interact to that. And, we're kind of dialing it in, like Terry said, to kind of keep the tension high, but give you a little bit of fair warning. So, Isaac will come in and tell you a player near you just went rogue.
Okay.
You will kind of hear all the sound effects going along with them. And if they're in your line of sight, you see kind of a full kind of UI treatment pass on, oh my gosh, that person in front of me is going rogue right now and they're going to shoot me in the face.
Okay.
It gives you a moment to prepare.
Yeah. And instead of right now, your moment to prepare is I lost a third of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to be clear with everyone. This isn't, as an example, this isn't WoW PvP flagging. This isn't like you in a zone and you're toggling a thing saying, hi, I would like to PvP. Would you like to PvP?
I would also like to PvP.
How about you raise your PvP flag and then we can fight? No, this is, I'm toggling, I'm making a choice to go rogue. And once I do, I don't care about anyone else. I will, all the rest of the stuff stays the same.
It's about declaring your intent.
Yes,
Okay.
Exactly. So it's not I have it on and I can PvP with other people that have it on and you don't have it on. It's just we're giving you 1 second to be aware that someone around you. We're giving you more signs and feedback that someone around you is going rogue, but you still have to keep your eyes open. You still need to pay attention. If someone walks up to your extraction, be cautious. And other balance changes are going in to help you prepare. If you see them drop a turret, like maybe I'll do something to make myself immune to status effects. So there's just a preparation period now. It's still dangerous. I want to make sure that's clear to everyone.
Okay, cool. Well, we've actually got a little bit of a walkthrough video of how the whole rogue system, which people will be familiar with, but what happens after that is very, very interesting. Just before we cue up that video, to toggle on rogue, do you press up on the D-pad? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a press and hold, yes.
Cool.
Up on the D-pad, and I think PC is Shift-R by default, but you can map it to whatever you want.
All right. Props to Bound Diesel on Twitter who guessed that correctly. I saw that a little bit earlier. Nice one. All right. Yeah. So we're going to play this video right now. We are running around the Dark Zone as it happens. Okay. So this is going to be, this first part, again, like I said before, is going to be familiar to a lot of people, and we'll get into what happens after that. So our group's just gone rogue.
Yeah, you have a moment now also to say, you get a message, someone in your group has gone rogue. Do you want to? You can now leave the group. If you're like, no, F that, I don't want to go rogue, I'm leaving.
Okay.
So you have that option.
Yeah, we hope this makes people do more pickup groups in the Dark Zone.
That's cool. It'll be very interesting to see. All right, so are either of you guys playing in this session here?
No, we're...
We would be much better than this.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, let's just be honest.
All right. Shots fired. About how big is the radius in which players who aren't rogue can see that someone is going rogue?
So it's kind of line of sight.
Okay.
So if someone is 100 meters down the street and they start going rogue, you are given a heads up on that.
Okay. So what would happen if I was like around the other side of the building? Are people going to see?
If you're around the other side of the building, you can try to conceal yourself a little bit, but they're still going to get the Isaac telling them someone went rogue. They're going to get all the existing signs and feedback, and they're also going to hear the audio treatment to, hey, someone's going rogue around me right now.
Okay, so our players are currently Manhunt rank 5 now. So
snap!
Chad has already noticed there was no timer on the Manhunt. What's
eyeballs.
talk us through this one a little bit.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, what we wanted to get rid of the I'm just going to run out my timer, right? It's not about that. Now it's about going Manhunt and then increasing your rank. You can stay Manhunt as long as you want. If you get to max Manhunt rank,
Which is Manhunt 5. They just hit it right here.
yeah, then, at any time that you become Manhunt, I'm jumping around a little bit, but just because of the video, when you reach Manhunt, you're going to get an objective.
Yep.
And it's like, if you want your rewards, you need to go to this spot in the dark zone. It's random every time, and you need to interact to clear your status. You're essentially rebooting.
Yeah, you're hacking into those Shade Tech terminals that were sprinkled around the dark zone and resetting yourself.
Right. And so that timer, the duration of the timer, that's still all things we're playing with, but
Yep.
it's based on numerous factors like how many people are in your group, what Manhunt rank are you, and
Yep.
it's about the people in the world trying to stop you from clearing your status at this particular location.
Because what's really important is that, before you, as a non-rogue, you would open up your mega map, you would see the flashes of rogues nearby. If someone got pretty close to you, maybe you'd get a notification on the mission tracker. Now, if someone hits Manhunt, you get almost like an objective to go stop them if you want, right? You're not told exactly where they're going, but you kind of get a general area that they're trying to head. So if you're in a group and you're like wanting to hunt rogues, you can kind of rally up and go try to stop them. And it kind of creates these clashes. And like we're talking about in the beginning, creates actual loops for players in the dark zone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're not forcing you to clear your Manhunt. There's no timer to fail it. You don't have to get up there in 2 minutes. It's just, hey, here's where you need to go, and everyone can see it. And if you want the rewards, I'm sure you guys saw on the screen, like Manhunt caches, which are
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I saw. I saw chat going crazy over that huge slew of Manhunt caches that dropped with a successful Manhunt 5 clear.
correct.
You get one Manhunt cache for every Manhunt rank that you have reached.
That's good. What can players expect from those caches?
The best. I mean, it's the gear that they want. It's a gear cache. There's a chance for exotic.
There's a
Hopefully,
chance for classifieds.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And so the buffer you are, the more manhunty, right? The more chances you have to get the gear that you want.
And as a player, going after the Manhunt, you get a bounty cache now too for every Manhunt player you kill. So you are encouraged to get in there and PvP at these points if you want to get those rewards.
Yep.
Awesome. So who will be eligible for those rewards? Like if I see a bunch of people on the map have gone Manhunt, right?
Yeah.
How much involvement do I need to have in taking out those guys before I get rewarded?
Participation.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be participating, and you need to kind of be around them when they go down.
Okay.
You need to be there for the kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be the guy that killed them. You just have to be participating in their demise.
Okay. I don't
Yep.
need to be in a group with the group that successfully takes them out.
No, there's no more that, this group kind of stole the bounty from this group, even though they were trying to work together.
Okay.
Now that friendly fire's off, it's Shades versus Rogue, and you can go in there and work together to try to take out the Manhunt.
And it's all direct inventory, so you don't have to worry about extracting or anything like that. It's
Yep.
just boom, you got it.
That's really cool. I didn't actually know that one.
Yep.
That's awesome. I know that when you guys talked about last week the friendly fire changes to Rogue, a couple of concerns that were brought up were grenade spam and body blocking as being potential issues. So
Right.
on the grenade side of things, what's that going to look like for 1.8?
Well, the damage itself, do you want to talk about the damage for grenades, Keith, and like rogues and non-rogues and stuff like that?
Yeah, previously a group of rogues, right? Like they could grenade spam the non-rogues and not be hurting themselves. And they kind of had this advantage. So, now people from both sides, yeah, the shades can throw grenades at the rogues and not worry about, triggering themselves as rogue.
Yeah, no accidental. or anything
No
like that.
accidental, right. We are doing, lots of things to try to improve the grenade game, right? Like the classified final measure, which I think is just going to become a bigger and bigger part of group play. Makes it scary to toss a ton of grenades in because you're giving this huge buff to the other team.
It's astounding. In fact, we've talked about skirmish already. In the skirmish matches we play here in the office, people have stopped throwing grenades because that final measure buff, like you said, it's so potent and it's so worthwhile.
It can turn the battle like
Absolutely.
really fast.
And so we have started just noticing all of our QC testers, people that know what's going on, stop throwing. As soon as you see that first one get absorbed, you're like, ugh, okay, nope.
It's almost like you throw a test
Yeah.
grenade out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, yep, that's not our
Never
strategy
again.
right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, so that doesn't guarantee that
No,
you're not going to see it
definitely.
because short bows is still a thing, and it's the dark zone. So okay, who's got 6-piece final measure? But I'm just saying, we're definitely doing things, and along with status effect immunities and things like that, some of those grenades are going to be less guaranteed effective.
Yeah.
Okay.
The shock grenade won't be the easy kill.
Yeah, because you can.
Cleanse it.
Yeah.
Nice. So on the body blocking thing, I know people in the dark zone right now, you can have a situation where I die and I clear my rogue, and then I come back to my group who is rogue, and then I can kind of stand in front of my group and make things a
Yeah.
little bit funky.
Right.
What does 1.8 mean for things like that?
Well, I think that's going to go the way of the dodo for a
Okay.
couple of reasons. First, okay, so friendly fire, that's gone. So if someone were to be able to stand in front, you could just shoot them all day. It used to be the risk was, oh, I went rogue, and now they're going to kill me, right? So that's gone on one hand. And on the other hand, we're adding essentially a radius. So imagine that you, Keith, and Petter and I, we're all in a group, and let's just say Keith dies, because not me.
Yeah,
Right.
never.
And Keith dies, he's rogue, we're all rogue, we're being jerk faces. Keith spawns back at the checkpoint, and then he runs back to the group. What's going to happen now is he's going to get within a certain radius, and that's still being tuned. He's going to instantly go rogue. So he can't be non-rogue when he gets near his buddies.
Yeah.
He's going to go rogue
Okay.
in that radius, and that works the same for the manhunt stuff. Kind of for the inverse reason, but just when you get near your group that you're messing around with, you're going to go rogue. So you can't sit in this ambiguous position where I know you're a threat, but you're not activating rogue. None of that anymore.
It does a lot of things. I mean, it keeps the groups together with the same goal, right? If half the party wipes and the other manhunt players kind of want to start playing a little more cautious and hold back, they can try to get their group to rejoin them and take another stab at the actual clearing of the manhunt. And then it also helps in issues like this.
And of course you'll say, hey man, we don't even have to be in a group. Like I could just be on Xbox chat,
Sure.
and we'll have a bunch of non-rogues blocking. Well, again, because there's no friendly fire, all that person standing in between you and me is doing is just blocking both of us.
Sure.
So he's blocking my bullets, he's blocking your bullets. So he's just prolonging combat. Sure, that will not go away, but there's no more accidental.
Okay, that's cool. I saw a couple of things, and I've got a couple of questions myself. Is there any reason to go above 5 kills while you're on a manhunt? Apart from
reward
bragging rights.
standpoint, Yeah, from a reward standpoint, no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at this point, right? You get, once you go 5,
Yep.
right? However you get 5, okay, that's going to be your max.
Okay.
So if you're looking to be efficient, after you get manhunt rank 5, go clear it.
There's a good chance you're going to finish with more kills though than 5 because once you
have to hold
get
them
to
off.
that objective, people are going to be there and combat will break out. And for you to complete the objective, you're probably going to be going above 5 kills.
Okay.
We did think about and entertain the idea that you had 78 kills? Great. We're going to scale the rewards, but that started to get ridiculous, and how do we take into account the guy that's 200 kills and stuff like that? So, squinched it down a little.
And just to kind of add on to that, there are ways to scale your rewards. outside of just getting more kills. The Banshee set, which will be in PTS,
Oh, you're doing wow.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna drop it.
Oh wow,
but
okay. We
it's-
didn't plan this one. All right, let's do it. All right, Banshee.
It's just getting a pretty major overhaul, and the set now plays into all this new Rogue 2.0 gameplay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Including rewards.
including rewards.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, so like
that's enough for
basically
me.
Keith's saying, run a Banshee.
Run
And
Banshee.
I'm just if you're in a group of 4, run a Banshee,
Nice.
and then you'll see it.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right. One last question. Obviously, you toggle Rogue through using your D-pad, or similarly on PC. What about cutting the rope? Does that toggle Rogue still?
Sure does.
It does.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Thanks.
a Rogue activity.
That was a question from our friend Morgan Amps. Hey man. All
Yeah.
right.
TF, what's up?
Yeah.
And that will increase your manhunt rank as well. It's a rogue activity, so you can bump yourself up by cutting the rope.
Exactly.
Perfect. All right.